Hello, everyone. Boston Tea Party here, and welcome to my Currency Sunday video. I think today I'm going to show basically low serial numbers, repeaters, fancies, and well, you get the idea. Now, there's one note returning from a couple weeks ago, I believe I showed it. It might have been last week. I don't remember. But I'm going to start with the 2009A $100 bill. Now, remember, only one, let me get it to focus, only 1 out of 10,000. So, 1056, 1056. Again, you know the folds, I showed them in the video. I know it's not the greatest because I'm using my phone, but amateur videos, you know. I don't get paid by, if I go like this, you can probably see it pretty good. Right. I don't get paid enough by YouTube. I don't get paid at all by YouTube, so yeah. The next note, and this one I had in my collection for a while. This is going to be a 1963 $10 bill. It's a B series, so I believe B is Boston, if I recall. I could be wrong, let me see. Nope, New York. My bad. Boy, my phone doesn't want to focus tonight. What's the deal? And look at this serial number. So you got 4 zeros, 1097. And it's a star note. Let me turn the note so you get a better view of it. My phone camera's being a piece of garbage tonight. Not sure why. But yeah, I mean, and I had this for a while. Somebody wrote on it. I believe the back. Yeah, someone wrote 1,000 on it. Not entirely sure why. But if I angle it, that's just so hopefully the camera can pick up the creases, the folds, and all that other nonsense. Because I'm not the type of YouTuber. Yeah, you can see there's a crease going straight down the middle here. Someone folded it. Quite a few creases along, you know. This would probably get a grade 12 at the most, maybe 20. That would probably be pushing it. But that's number 2. Number 3, hang on a minute, is going to be Series 2009A. And it's another $100 bill. Look at that, 6 2s in a row in 9-1. It's a trinary. Is it worth anything? No. I mean, at least not to my knowledge. You'll get other people out there who would say, oh, it's 6 2s in a row. This is worth something, and it's a trinary. It's worth $1 million. As far as I'm concerned, it's still worth $100. Face value only. Did I keep it because I thought it was cool? Of course. As far as I know, someone can correct me in the comments. It could be a fancy. I have no idea. Well, what little I do know about this is, hey, if I ever need $100, there it is. But until then, I'd say it's pretty neat to have a serial number like that. Or you'll get people who would try and charge you $1,000 plus. They'll say it's an almost solid serial number. An almost solid serial number doesn't make it worth anything. You need a full solid. Now, had this been a binary, meaning if that 1 or 9 was another 2, then we might be talking about a little bit of value. But you really gotta listen to experts. Don't go to other YouTubers if they say that this is worth 10 times over face or something, because it isn't. Alright, let's see. Number 3. Number 4. I have another series, 1960. Wait a minute. Bear with me, guys and ladies. Number 4. I have a series 2017A $20 bill. I think this one's a fancy. Now, someone can correct me. It's either a repeater or a fancy. Somebody will have to correct me in the comments. But again, I found it cool, so here it is. The serial number is 44339922. There you have it. I thought it was pretty cool. So, again, pulled it out of circulation. You can see it has some folds in it. So, it's been around, some inking down in the corner there. Probably a teller stamp or just marker. Not an error at all. So, don't be fooled by that. And that's basically... So I'm pretty sure that's a fancy. Does that make this bill valuable? Probably. I'm not saying it's not just worth $20. I imagine there's probably some value there, but I'm not going to throw any numbers out. So if you're looking at someone to say, if you look at me to say, oh, this bill's probably worth $100, we are in the wrong channel, because I just don't throw random numbers out because I'm not a scammer. So yeah, there is that. And number 5, last but not least, I'm gonna give you series 2004 $20 bill, and this one is by far my favorite. You got 5 zeros in a row. Does that make it worth anything extra? Not really, no. But again, it's the 569th bill printed. And no, that's not a misalignment error either. And that's what you'll see other scammers on eBay. They'll see something like this, and they'll go and they'll try and charge you an arm and a leg for it and say, oh, it's a misalignment error, it's worth money. No, it ain't. As far as I'm concerned, again, this is just a cool note I found interesting, so I pulled it, and it's in my collection. It's not worth anything over $20 as far as I'm concerned. Again, could be wrong. I do have a coin shop in my town, so if I want further information, I could always bring these bills there. So, you look on the back. And this one, I'd probably put in a grade 60, maybe 50s. There is a couple light folds, but other than that, I'd say this one would get a pretty high grade. The only time this would be a cutting error, say that top border up here is missing and the ink's up here, and you can start seeing the partial of the next bill down here. If you can start seeing partial of the next bill and that ink's touching up here, or say some of this top border's missing, then that'd be a cutting error. But misalignment errors are actually not worth anything extra. If anything, they devalue the bill. So, pardon. So, that's why I'd say this would probably get a 60 at the most. Maybe grade 55. And that's my top 5 bills of this week for you guys. No, I don't have any foreign bills this week. I'm going to work on getting more. But until then, I'm just going to say hold off, and eventually I'll have more foreign bills to show. Maybe I'll try and find a Canadian devil's head or something. Maybe I'll take a look across the pond to see what kind of euros they have. But I mean, I do have a Mexico $500 peso bill thing, but I don't know where I put it. So, yeah, there is that. All right, well, if you like what you saw here, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe. Now, I don't have a whole lot of this, so that's why it's being called Mystery Sundays now instead of Currency Sundays, because other Sundays I may throw other things in, like I stated in Friday night's video. Also, go check out my brother, Flawless Rage 2. He's no longer doing YouTube, but his channel is still up. So if you like House Flipper, WWP, Grand Theft Auto, or Police Sim, be sure to give his channel a check. If you like House Flipper, that someone who's really good at House Flipper, like the artist, who makes small spaces, I swear, pardon, she's really good at what she does. Just check out Pam's Games TV 2000. Trust me, you want to see art done in such a tiny house. You'll like what you see there, so just go subscribe to her. Alright, well, I'm clearly coughing and hacking a lot, so really no words of inspiration tonight, except pursue a passion you like. If coin collecting's your thing, don't let anybody get in the way of that or demean you for it. If they knock you down for a hobby you got, they clearly just don't understand. And the moral of the story is, I'm just trying to find the proper words for it. Basically, I'll put it to you this way. It takes a dumb person to knock you down for what you're doing because they're so ignorant that they don't want to learn your hobby. So instead of raising an eyebrow and saying, why don't you teach me, or what's so special about that, they just decide to make an ass of themselves. And they just choose not to learn. Well, that's their loss, isn't it? So, if you whether you like collecting cars, money, baseball cards, it doesn't matter. It's your hobby. Guns, knives, whether they're new or vintage, who cares? It's your hobby. Go for it. So, that's tonight's inspiration. And like I said, anyone else knocks you down or demeans you for it, that's just because they don't understand and the end of the day, they're the dumb ones. So don't let them knock you for something you enjoy doing. All right, well, I'm out, y'all. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.